morning, all the Smoke family and anybody else that's tuned in. Happy good Juneteenth to you. We are about to kick off the AFC title rematch, actually, against the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. These two played last year for the trip to the Super Bowl, and the Ravens prevailed last year. Let's see who's going to get over the hump this year. Last year, it was in Miami with the Ravens winning, and this time around, these two are rematching again. It was the number one and number two seed once again in their respective conferences. But I'm intrigued to see how the rematch is going to play out. Actually, the Dolphins won their first matchup back in week number 13 to hold on to the number one seed. But we're going to see what happens this time around because these two guys are two of the best. So, going to be a fun one. I personally cannot pick who's going to win this game. I don't try to pick with these two. These are two of arguably the best users in the league. So get ready for a good one between these two. And hey, winner of this game will go to the Super Bowl. Last year, Baltimore won the game and won the Super Bowl against the New Orleans Saints. All right, what's going on, Tev? He said, turn me up. Yes, sir. Let's see what these two. This is their fourth time matching up in all the Smoke history, too, by the way. Just for historical stance, it's a 2-1 lead for the Miami Dolphins. But anything can happen. And it looks like the Ravens are going to win the toss, and they will be getting the ball first. Can't wait to see what this Raven offense is going to do with Justin Herbert leading the way once again. They're trying to get back to the Super Bowl and repeat. Here goes the kick, and Quez Watkins will not bring it out the end zone. He's going to take a knee at the 25-yard line, and that's where the Ravens will get started. This is, again, one of the best units in the league. They had only 2 losses in the regular season, one of them coming against the Dolphins earlier in the year. Tevin Ratcliffe said this black on black crime on Juneteenth is unnecessary. Here goes the handoff to rookie Jahmyr Gibbs out of Alabama. He going to gain 2 yards. That's going to be the first play of the game. KD Bailey, who is going to be playing in the NFC Championship game later on today, said time to scout just in case. You are probably familiar. He has the Atlanta Falcons in this league, and they're going to be looking to potentially going back, getting a Super Bowl appearance. They want to get some revenge after losing the NFC Championship game last year. But once again, it's down to the Final Four. These two definitely going to bring it down to the 27-yard line for Justin Herbert. The play clock under 10. Might making some adjustments at the line. Justin Herbert drops back, looking. He's going to take a shot, and it is intercepted by Javon Holland. And that's where the Dolphins will take over at the 45-yard line. I did not like that pass from Justin Herbert. I don't think that ball was ever open. That play was not open from the start, and great defense by Javon Holland. First and 10 at the 45-yard line for the Dolphins. They hand it off. Here goes Kadegi Guanyu. He breaks the first tackle. He's going to get a gain of 6 to the 49-yard line, and they're in Baltimore territory. Kane, he is one of the best running backs in all the Smoke. He's consistently at the top of the rushing list. He's not one of the leaders this year, but this is a very talented running back for the Dolphins. Second down and 4. Here we go. Here goes Kanea Wanyu. He goes absolutely nowhere. It's going to be a gain of only a yard. Tevin said that Herb floated. It was open. Okay. I take your word for it. It was third. It is third down and 3 coming up here for the Dolphins offense. Just to give you some Kanea stats, he had a 15, 59, and 20 rushing touchdowns on the year for the Dolphins. Third down and 3 to come for Kenny Pickett. You got to get to the 45 for a first. They are in range to go for it. If they don't convert here, Pickett goes to Kamari Averett. The second is going to be a first down to the 22. Gain of 26 yards. And that goes to the rookie tight end who had 1,000 yards rushing, 5 touchdown receptions on the season. And he gets him near the red zone for a first down. They handed off to Canadian Wanyu. He's only going to get a few yards. If any, he got a yard. Make that 2nd down and 9. They are right outside the red zone. They are in field goal range, which is going to be key in this game against these two guys. But again, Kenny Pickett had a very efficient year. He threw for almost 3,400 yards, 38 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions. Probably one of the most efficient quarterbacks in the league this year. They hand it back off to Canadian Wanyu, gets to the outside. He's going to get into the red zone, make that a gain of 4, 3rd down and 5 at the 17-yard line. They got to get to the 12 for a first down. But as I was just saying before we got into that, Kenny Pickett had almost 3,400 yards passing, 38 touchdowns, only 5 picks, a QB rate of 146.7 is very impressive for the regular season. Make that 3rd down and 5 coming up, got to get to the 14. They get the completion. And that's a gain of 9, 1st and goal for the Dolphins. And that's Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp did not have the dominant year that he had the first season. He only had 7, 8, 8, and 9 touchdowns on the season. But Cooper Kupp is a big part of this offense in Miami. They handed off 1st and goal. Canadian Wanyu will lose. Well, he didn't get a yard. So make that 2nd and goal at the 8.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 8-yard line. Got to get trying to go a touchdown here with under 3 minutes left in the first. They hand it back. Kane will get nowhere. This is actually one of the best rushing defenses in the league right here. He's got to work to get these yards. He's going to get Kane going.
But my goodness.
And it's going to be 3rd down and goal at the 7. Got to get all 7 to get a touchdown.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
So they're coming up here on the 9th.
Here goes 3rd down and goal at the 7. He goes back to Kane. He gets to the corner. He's going to be just 2 yards short of a touchdown. 4th and goal to come. I don't know if I would go for it here. I probably would take the points, but that's just me. But he's going to go for it. He got 4th and goal coming at the 2. This is another key play in this ball game. They got to have 2 yards to score a touchdown.
No one is breaking free, and those ball carriers are getting tagged. If I were them, I'd think very hard about just taking 3 points.
Play clock under 10. They hand it on. Oh, throw the ball. That's a touchdown to Kamari Everett on 4th and goal. And that gives the Dolphins a 6-0 lead. Kick is away. It is good. He had to earn every bit of that drive. That's going to be a 10-play, 56-yard, 4-minute and 28-second drive. But I'm not surprised. This is against Derrel and that high-powered Raven defense. Wes Walker's going to bring it out the end zone. He gets to the corner. Is he going to stay? Oh, my God. If he could stay on his feet, he's gone. But he gets to the 30-yard line, and that's where the Ravens will take over. The first drive ended with a Justin Herbert interception. So let's see, can this Raven offense tighten up on this second drive? Once again, the Ravens trying to repeat and go back to the Super Bowl. The Dolphins are trying to get to their first Super Bowl since 1984.
How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others.
Hands it off. Jahmyr Gibbs gets nothing on that play. And that's going to be 2nd down and 10. Justin Herbert had 4,029 passing yards, 37 touchdowns. He had a 121.1 QB rating during the regular season. Jahmyr Gibbs was a big part of this offense. He had 16, 49, and 24 rushing touchdowns for the Ravens this season. 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert drops back. He takes a hit, and that's going to be 3rd and 10 at the 30-yard line. Let's see, can this Dolphin defense go with another key stop? This is a hard offense to stop. If they could get a 2nd stop early in this game, it's going to be huge. 3rd and 10 at the 30. Got to get to the 40 for a first down, or at least the 38 to be able to go for it on 4th down. Because in the first half, You got to be 4th and 2 behind the 50 to go for it. Justin Herbert drops back. He's going to take a hit, and that's going to get a punt here. Miami with 2 big stops to open this game.
But you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense
Here
to
goes
get on
the
track
punt.
this one.
So
I think it's Tyreek Hill is going to be back to return. I think he's going to let that one go, and he will. Going to bounce into the end zone and make that to the 20-yard line with 1:01 to go in the first. And you got to give your credit so far to the Dolphins coming up with 2 key stops early in this game. Duke Dub checking in. What's going on, Duke? 1st and 10 at the 20, as I mentioned a few minutes ago. The Ravens won the Super Bowl the first season of All the Smoke. They're trying to go back. But the Dolphins have not been since Dan Marino took them in 1984. They're trying to get there. And it off. Kane Nwangwu will get nothing. He actually gets 2 yards there. I'm surprised he got 2 out of that.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking
Under
for.
a minute to go in the first.
Can you gain it? Can you?
But again, this is one of the toughest rushing defenses in the league. So nothing surprises me about how hard it is to get yardage against this group. They actually were the number 1 rushing defense in the league. They only gave up 1,100 total rushing yards all season. So this is a very tough defense. This is the number 1 defense in scoring wise as well. Play action. Kenny Pickett drops back, going deep, and that looks like a pick that's gonna happen. And I believe that is Marcus Williams. And it is. He's going to get to the 36-yard line, and that's where Baltimore will take over. Katie Bailey, how did he get 2 yards there? Is that built into the game? Yikes. And Duke Dub said 2 sweats. Oh, man, they are. They're tough. They are inside the 40. Are the Ravens. Justin Herbert looking to capitalize off the pick. Takes it underneath. There goes DK Metcalf, who breaks the first tackle, first down to the 25. Gain of 12. That's a big first down right there. They have not had a completion up until that point. And DK Metcalf also had another 1,000-yard campaign for the Baltimore Ravens in his second season since the trade with the Seahawks brought him there before this league even started. He led the team receive.
In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to
probably last play of the first quarter. Herbert drops back. They pick the block up, going deep. Touchdown for the Baltimore Ravens. That is Mark Andrews. And the Ravens with the extra point to time right here. Kick is away. It is good. And what a way to capitalize off the interception in 2 plays in 37 seconds before the first quarter comes to an end.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away.
Here goes the kick. I don't think they're going to bring it out. Is Shareek going to bring it out? He is.
He will return this.
Shareek breaks the first tackle. He will get to the 20 to be exact. That's the end of the first quarter. Both tied at 7. Kevin Ratcliffe says, send Andrews. You do not need him. You already got a tight end for me. And the Dolphins will take over here at the 20-yard line. Let's see will they capitalize after making that boneheaded interception earlier on that drive. Second down, first and 10 at the 20-yard line. First play of the second quarter. The Dolphins. Let's see, can they take the lead back?
Led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin first.
They hand it off. Kane is stuffed at the line of scrimmage, a loss of 2. He has 9 carries for 19 yards. Play action. Kenny Pickett drops back, takes a shot, and there goes Jalen Waddle for a first down to the 44, gain of 26.
Just shy of the 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line of the Dolphins. Play action again to Kenny Pickett. He's going to roll out the pocket. He's going to throw it away incomplete. And Antoine checking in saying give him his Titans back. That is a question you have to take up with the head commissioner, sir.
And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw.
Second down at 10 at the 44, but the Commanders and the Bears are open if you want either of those 2 teams, by the way. Second and 10 at the 44-yard line for the Dolphins. Play action. Kenny Pickett And what a completion to Kamari Avery, but great defense by the Ravens. Make it 3rd down and 5 to come for the Dolphins. Got to get to the 46-yard line for a first down, I believe.
And made the play call a success.
And got to get 3 yards to be able to go for the 4th down there. Not able to go for the 4th down yet. We're seeking this Raven defense make another stand. Sending Waddle in motion. Play clock on the 10.
Back to throw.
Pickett looking downfield. He's going to get, oh, that should have been a pick. And they're going to have to punt the ball here on 4th down. Great defense by the Ravens.
I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play.
This is why this is the #1 defense in the league. These guys are hard to score on. I had the unfortunate pleasure of playing this defense in the first round of the playoffs. Drove down the field 3 times in the red zone, could not punch it in. Those guys are tough. So I know what Miami's dealing with right now. But it's 1st and 10 at the 33 for the Ravens.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
10 for Baltimore looking to take the lead.
They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end
Hand it off. There goes Jahmyr Gibbs. He has a lane. Jahmyr might be gone. No, he isn't, but he's going to get a big gain to the 34-yard line. That's a first down for the Baltimore Ravens.
You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Here we go. Play clock getting to under 10, under 5 left in the first half with the game tied and the Ravens driving. There goes Herbert. He's taking a shot, and that's a touchdown to DK Metcalf. What a play call and what a dot. And the Baltimore Ravens take the lead. Here comes the extra point. The kick is away, and it is perfect. We got a 14-7 ball game here in Miami. For how slow the Ravens started, they have now scored 14 points back-to-back. If you're the Dolphins, you have to figure it out. Here comes Jameer Sharif. He breaks the first tackle. He's going to get to 20. First and 10 at the 20-yard line. What a game. This game has changed in a lot. This game has changed really, really fast. It was a 7-0 lead with the Dolphins trying to pour it on at one point, and now
that 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived.
They're trailing 14-7. He goes to hand off to Kane. Kane gets a nice carry of about 5 yards. That he has 10 carries for 24 yards. He's averaging 2 yards a carry. This is absolutely incredible. They go back to Kane, trying to get him going. That might be his best run of the day, and that's a first. No, it's not a first down. Make that 3rd and inches to the 30. Can the Dolphins get a conversion, or can the Ravens defense go with another key stop? They go back to Kane. Oh, what a read on that play. And it's 4th down and 2. What a tackle there by Brian Breesy, the rookie out of Clemson, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. They are allowed to go for it in this position. It's 4th and 2. Got to get to the 34 first down. Kenny Pickett drops back looking. It's going to be complete to Cooper Kupp. First down to the 35. Gain of 7. They had to have it there. Because if they would have been stopped, the Ravens would have been taking over up 7 in field goal range. Under 3 minutes left in the first. They hand it off. Kane is going to gain maybe a yard. He did. 13 carries for 28 yards. It's absolutely mind-boggling. 2nd down and 9 to come. Kenny Pickett drops back, looking, gets the completion. Oh, he broke the tackle. It's Cooper Kupp. He fumbled the ball. And the Ravens recover. And that's Kyle Hamilton, and he is gone. Touchdown, Baltimore. What a turn of events just did. it went from Cooper Kupp trying to get extra yardage to Kyle Hamilton fumble return for a touchdown.
I love your description.
Oh, man, what a disastrous last few seconds of this game for the Miami Dolphins. And the Ravens extend their lead to 14.
That's exactly what you're supposed
Katie
to
Benson,
do.
this is why I play conservative. Yes, it is. This is why I play conservative too. And Tevin said that Derrel is locked in. Yes, he is. Here comes Shareed. They bring out the end zone to the 10, to the 20. He's going to get to, no, it's not the 20. It's 18, maybe 17 actually. And at the 2-minute warning, it hasn't happened yet. We're second out of there. The Ravens lead by 14. The Dolphins got to get points here. They got to get some points here. Antoine Carroll said that HBC Bowl in back-to-back seasons. No, sir. The HBC Bowl didn't happen last year. Duke won the NFC, so it wasn't an HBC Bowl last year. Kenny Pickett went deep, and that is a completion to Cooper Kupp. He got a dangerous pass in there, and that's the 2-minute warning to come. And they get to the 46-yard line. They got to get everything they can get right now.
From a busy Sunday in the NFL. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here.
First play to the 2-minute warning, hand it off to Kinnaid. Kinnaid's going to get a first down, and he's going to get inside Baltimore territory at the 42. If you're Miami, you just got to get points on this drive. That's your biggest thing. Get points this drive. First and 10 at the 42. Kenny Pickett drops back, looking, pressure coming, and what a catch by Tyreek Hill for a touchdown. Don't know how he got that ball in there, but what a completion to Tyreek Hill. And that cuts this lead down to 7. A 3-play, 82-yard drive in 32 seconds give the Ravens a chance to get the ball back with 1:29 to go, but the Dolphins have cut it to 7, and they get the ball to open up the third quarter, which is more beneficial now. They just got to get a stop. Here goes Quay Watkins. He gets to the 19, I believe, and that's where the Ravens will take over. They got all 3 timeouts with 1 and 26 seconds left in the half. This has been an eventful game so far. If you remember, last year was eventful like this, and then Baltimore went on like a 14-point swing before the half, so they got to make sure they don't have that happen to them this year. Justin Herbert looking, he gets a pick. Oh no! That's going to be a pick six by Esias Guthrie, the rookie, for a pick six. And just like I said, it was a 14-point swing at the end of the first half last year, and it just happened again. Now the Ravens and Dolphins are tied here. Not sure if that was the wrong read or the wrong button, but it turns into a pick six. And here comes Quay Watkins to bring it out, and Quay is gone. What a swing of points. And that's going to be a touchdown for Baltimore. What has happened in the last 2 minutes? That is 21 points has been scored in the last couple of minutes. Pick is up, and it is good. It was 21-14 at the 2-minute warning. It is 28-21 Baltimore. This is crazy.
So now the other return teams out there.
Here comes the Dolphins to get the ball back.
He will return this from
here goes Shareed. Oh, man, I thought Shareed was going to break also. 1:07 left, and Tevin said, never mind, he back this game. Yes, this game is very ghetto. But if you remember last season, they had a 14 to 21 point swing of points between each other right before the half, so I don't expect anything different.
We'll see what they can do here.
Here we go, 1st and 10. They got a minute and 7 to go. Here goes a handoff to Kane. He gets, I don't know how he got out of there. He's going to gain 4 yards. Make that 5. Oh, he's strung-y. Here we go. Oh, he's close to a first down, 3rd and 1. KD said, woo, child, the ghetto. Absolutely. It is the ghetto. This game is definitely the ghetto.
7 seconds to go in half number 1.
Make that 3rd down and 1 to come. Got to get to the 34 for a first down.
And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime.
They still got their 2 timeouts.
From the gun,
Kenny Pickett takes the throw to Tyreek Hill. He's going to break to the first down to the 43. They're in field goal range, and they took a timeout. I don't know if I took it that soon, but I can understand why they did. But they are close to field goal range, which is the benefit for them. They will get the ball to open up the 3rd quarter, too. So any points will be gracious for the Dolphins. He's going to go deep. And Tyreek Hill for the touchdown. What a catch by Tyreek Hill, and what a throw by Kenny Pickett. And with 31 seconds before the half, we are tied again. Once again, this is probably the ghettoest AFC title game I've ever seen. Oh, my goodness.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he
and Patrick Carr is going to, he's on his feet. He's to the 40, and the Ravens are that far out from being in field goal range.
Gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
And Tevin said, "OMG, he did a backflip in his face. This is a wild ball game. This is crazy."
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively.
Got all 3 timeouts, 27 seconds, really 15 yards for Justin Tucker.
Their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Justin Herbert has marked. Oh, he dropped it. No way.
First thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that?
What a turn of events this has been in this game. This has been the craziest. It seemed like since the 2-minute warning, these 2 teams decided they're going to just air it out and score by all means. 23 seconds to go. Here goes Herbert. Oh, he takes a hit. Oh, my God, I thought it was going to be picked off. Make that 3rd down in 10. They got to get a whole 10 yards for a first down.
They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
I don't really know what's going to happen in these next few seconds. I don't know. This game is just wild by all means. 19 seconds before the half. 3rd down and 10. They got to get to the 50 for a first. Or the 48 to be able to go for the 4th down. What will happen here? Sending the receiver in motion. I expect Quez to get open right here on this play. Actually, call it. Herbert is gonna go deep, and there goes Quez Watkins. Oh, he overthrew it. Oh my God. Oh man, he was wide open for a touchdown. What a break for the Dolphins. Kick is up, and Tyreek Hill to make the return. Tyreek Hill is gonna get to the 23, and that's probably gonna be the last play of the half. The Dolphins and the Ravens are going to probably go into halftime tied up at 28. And what a wild last few minutes of this ball game this has been. Oh, they got one more play in them. First and 10.
Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett.
Going deep. It's picked off by Marcus Williams before the half. And we are tied at 28.
So we are halfway home to
Here
figuring
in
out
the
who
first
will
half.
represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan.
This has been a wild first half, and I don't know who's gonna win this game. It looked like Baltimore was gonna stretch their lead out at a point, and then it went from 21-7 to tie at 3. This has been a crazy ball game.
One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship.
Here goes Sharif from the 35. Oh, I thought Sharif was going to try to house it. He gets to the 23, and that's where the Baltimore Ravens defense had to step back on the field. This is the first time I've seen this defense really get challenged all season long.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
First and 10 at the 23. Play action. Kenny Pickett looks, throws deep, and it's going to be complete to Tyreek Hill. And he gets it first and goal at the 6. Uh-oh, Kenny Pickett is starting to lock in downfield now with Tyreek Hill. And that's going to be first and goal at the 6-yard line.
All the talk was about punts hitting the Giants scoreboard here in Arlington. I don't think we ever heard about a pass hitting the scoreboard.
They hand it off. Kane is short of the end zone. That could have been a touchdown just then.
66 yards in the air. Second down and goal.
Drops back. Kenny Pickett, end zone. Everybody was open. Touchdown. And that's Tanner Connor to give the Dolphins the lead.
Dolphins take the interception on defense and convert it into 6.
Kick is away. It is good. And the Dolphins lead for the first time since it was 7-0 in the first quarter. This game has been crazy.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Here goes Patrick Carter, fullback, is going to get to about the 35, and that's going to be where the Ravens offense will take over. If you're Baltimore, you have been able to move the ball this game. You just got to lock back in and stay the course.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
First and 10 at the 35.
Looks like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored.
They hand it off Jahmyr Gibbs, and Jahmyr's going to get a first down.
First drive of the second half.
Surprising, that's his 4th carry of the game, and he averaged 10 yards a carry, so they had to get him going.
Run the best plays you've got to the top performers.
Definitely want to get back into the groove of getting that ball, moving that ball on the ground. That's his bread and butter. And Jahmyr Gibbs his stuff. And that is Jonathan Allen on the play. That's one of his first big moments of this game. Second down and 12.
Imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read
at the 43.
Justin
Justin Herbert. Looking, he takes it underneath the Mark Andrews. And that's going to be a gain of about 4. Make that 3rd down and 5 to come here at the 50. Again, it is the second half. He can go for it if he does not convert here. He does not have to punt. Got to get to the 45, though, to get a first down. Justin Herbert drops back, looking. He got somebody cutting open. Oh, man, he threw it away. Oh, he missed him. It's going to be 4th down and 5 at the 50. We know he's going to go for it on 4th down. Duke Jones said not Mark Andrews with picks number. I ain't even paying that attention, Duke. Good vision there. Make that 4th and 5. He got to get to the 45 for a first down. This, by the way, this could be Mark Andrews' time right here. 4th and 5. Herbert got hit, and the Dolphins will take over at the 50. Oh, man.
His decision to go for it.
Oh, man, it just seems like everything's just been downhill since that 14-point swing. Hands it off to Eikcaj. Eikcaj breaks his first big run of the day and gets close to the 30. It's going to be a gain of 18 for a first down.
68 yards rushing for him now on 17.
And it is crazy to say that this is really his first big run of the game. The Ravens defense did a great job against him so far. They hand it off. Eikcaj's going to still get about 2 yards there, surprisingly. But this defense has been all over that play.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe.
They are inside the 30. They're in field goal range. Ravens defense got to come up with a stop. They hand it back to Eikcaj. Eikcaj gets a little loose. He might be gone. That's a touchdown for the Dolphins. That's his first big run of the day, and it comes at a key point in this ball game. And now the Dolphins take a 14-point lead with 3:08 left in the third. There's still a lot of ball game left, but Baltimore got to respond immediately.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Patrick Ricard is going to take a hit to the 34.
Pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Dolphins trying to get to their first Super Bowl since 1984, but the Ravens are trying to rally from behind and have a shot.
The Raven offense
they go after the repeat.
Next drive. And last time they were stopped on fourth down. Had a drive.
Hands it off. Jahmyr Gibbs is going to get close to a first down, gain of 5. Kevin Ratcliffe said that Morris is so well. Yes, he is. He definitely, in my opinion, is one of the top 2 to 3 users in the league. He definitely can do anything well. Eikcaj was a 69 overall when he got him first season. He's been working with that guy, so his team is really, really balanced.
I think as a defense,
second down and 5 at the 39. Got to get to the 44 for a first down. But more importantly, the Ravens need points. Play action. Herbert is going to get hit. And that's third down and 5 at the 39. As quiet as it's kept, this Miami defense has held the Baltimore pass attack to under 100 yards so far.
It's like every single time he goes down, everyone holds their breath.
Got to get to the 44. Justin Herbert takes the underneath. It's going to be Quez Watkins. I think he got the first. He does.
Have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
That's a big completion to Quez Watkins for a first down to the 45. Under 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Later today, we will have the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions for a trip to the Super Bowl. Justin Herbert drops back. He throws it away.
And he'll just get rid of it.
So much for the best
5 of 16 for 84 yards, 2 touchdowns and 2 picks. This Dolphins defense have come with a challenge today. They've stepped up to the plate. Second down and 10 at the 45. They hand it off. Jahmyr Gibbs goes nowhere. That's a gain of a yard. Now 3rd and 9 coming up. They got to get to the, I believe, about 45, 44-yard line for first.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want.
And KD Bailey said it's not over, but the Ravens, yes, they do. I feel the same way. This game is not over, but the Ravens got to score here. Even if you get a field goal, they got to get some points. Play action. Justin Herbert drops back, takes a shot. Here goes Devontae. Is that Devontae Smith? And I believe it is for a first down to the 25. That is a huge conversion on 3rd down. They needed that. They needed it bad. Under a minute to go in the 3rd. They're in field goal range.
On 1st and 10.
Here goes Herbert. Takes the shot. End zone picked off by Javon Holland. He read that to perfection. And to the 11 is the Miami Dolphins. Oh, man, another heartbreaking turnover for the Baltimore Ravens. And now the Dolphins, with a 14-point lead, less than a minute to go in the third, have a chance to put a huge stamp on this ball game.
They come up with the interception in the end zone.
First and 10 at the 11.
They get set to start the drive.
They hand it off Kane. Can connect it outside. Oh, man. Oh, good tackle because Kane almost housed that one.
113 yards rushing.
That might be the last bit of third quarter, too, by the way. And Miami's looking like they're trying to take this team back to the Super Bowl for the first time since Dan Marino was quarterback.
The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons.
Tevin Rackles at hurtful. I agree with that. He should have. There might have been a bullet pass right there because it was open. Last play of the third. The Baltimore Ravens are trailing by 14.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
And the Dolphins are closing in on a trip to the Super Bowl. Tevin said it must be built in the game. Oh, my God. Not built in the game. First and 10 at the 24. He hands it off. Kane. Oh, kind of. They get out of there. He gains about 6. I don't know how he got. That should have been no more than 2. But hey, he knows how to run that rock.
Tough, hard, gritty run.
They're closing in on a trip.
Look at that one, right up the gut.
To the Super Bowl. It is under 6. It's 6:47 left in the fourth.
The 30 here, 2nd and 4.
Duke does say, Tev, right, it might be broken, man. This game is always broken in some capacity. He's taking his time. He said he is not trying to give the Ravens a lot of time, but they
Pickett will look to throw it.
Here goes play action. Kenny Pickett drops back, goes deep, and Tyreek Hill is wide open for a touchdown, and he's celebrating. And the Dolphins are really closing in on a trip to the Super Bowl. They take a 21-point lead with 6:09 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Extra point, and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Can Baltimore make this a ball game? This game still 6:09 to go. Anything can happen. Where's Watkins? Got to get to the 20. Duke Dub said that this Dolphins team is sick. Every player on the offense is trait. Yes, it is. Every player on the offense does have a trait. This team has been assembled very well, and now they are closing in on a trip to the Super Bowl.
So close 3 quarters ago, but
Justin Herbert takes it underneath. There goes Mark Andrews. He's going to get to the 38.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Under 5 minutes to go, the Dolphins trying to avenge last year's shocking loss in the AFC title game and get to the Super Bowl. Justin Herbert drops back. He goes deep. He got Quez Watkins, and that's going to be a touchdown. And it's still a game. You know this offense can move fast, and that defense is still tough. So cut it to 14. Kick is up, and it is good. KD Baylor said we saw KD play the Dolphins. Yes, we did. We definitely saw the KD play on that play. And Antoine Carroll said that a 42-7 scoring run is crazy. Yes, it was. That is crazy to think about. It was 14-7 at one point.
To kick it away following the touchdown.
And it was 28-21 before the half. So we've seen a wild 28-point run. So now let's see, can they lock in?
He's taken down right at the 20. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And the pieces have fallen into place. To this
Here goes a hand off to Kane. He breaks the first tackle. He's going to gain about 6. And that is going to be 6. He has 125 yards and a touchdown.
125 yards on the ground for him so far. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Here we go, under 5 minutes. They go back to Eikcaj, and Eikcaj is going to gain only 2 yards, but it's 3rd down and 2. Can the Ravens come up with a key stop on 3rd and 2?
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2 for Pickett. He gets the completion to Eikcaj, who's going to get a first down to the 42, a gain of 14 with a first down. Pickett has 5 touchdowns and 2 picks. He got off to a rough start, but he's been tightening up. He goes back to Eikcaj. Oh, what a tackle. I mean, what a block by the offensive lineman to get a gain of 8.
2 to go on 2nd down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st
2nd down and 2 at the 50.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock?
He's taking his time down. Under 10 is the play clock. Eikcaj breaks a first down and gets to the 43 to make that closing in on field goal range. He's taking his time now. The Dolphins are trying to secure this trip to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window,
this team went 16-1 in the regular season, and I just might be jinxing them, but they have not lost a user game. Their loss came in a fair sim against the Buffalo Bills earlier in the season. Here goes Eikcaj and 1U. He gets nothing there.
One's not going to go anywhere. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look,
and it's a 2-minute warning.
Carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one
so the
more
Dolphins
time,
are, unless something dramatic happens, looking like they're going to be in the Super Bowl to represent the AFC.
On 2nd down, here's
and Eikcaj gets only 2 yards there.
Up at about the 41. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards.
Here we go, 3rd down and 8. Got to get to the 33 for first. Taking his time. If you're the Ravens, you can find a way to get a stop. It'd be huge. He will get a stop. It's going to be 4th down and 7. That's the first timeout by the Ravens that's going to be used. This field goal essentially ends this game. But if he misses, Baltimore has an opportunity. Down 14 in 2 possessions. He closed it out with a 57-yard field goal, and that should do it here in Miami. The Dolphin fans are locking their ticket in to go to Las Vegas for the Super Bowl. They're going to be waiting on Atlanta or Miami, or Detroit to meet them. That game, as the moment, is projected to be played at 3 o'clock this afternoon. If the time changes, we will let you all know, but it's looking like it's going to be at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, NFC title game, and possibly the Super Bowl to follow.
This next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to.
Here goes Justin Herbert. Looking, he takes it underneath. It's going to be D.J. Metcalf to the 50, to the 47.
So there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team.
Here goes 1st and 10. They are in.
On 1st down, it's Herbert.
Dolphin territory is going to take a hit. To be honest, this game swung for the Ravens after that 21-7 lead when they got the interception for a touchdown to tie the game up. And we would definitely TKD Bailey is confirming it for the viewers. The NFC title game is at 3:00 this afternoon. Justin Herbert is going to be sacked. And under a minute to go, the Dolphins fans are starting to celebrate. They're going to be heading back to the Super Bowl for the first time since 1984. They have not won the Super Bowl since 1982. For the Ravens, what a run it was. They won the first season of the Super Bowl. The second season will end in the AFC title game. It is 4th and 19, last play probably of the season for the Baltimore Ravens.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate. It was just incomplete and not intercepted.
This basically became 49 Cowboys because they had a back-to-back matchup of these two teams. Last play of this ball game potentially for the Ravens. With 24 seconds to go, play clock under 10. Let's see what they can dial up here. Justin Herbert looking, takes the shot, and it is picked off by Keon Crossan, and the Dolphins throw the ball back. What are they doing? And Devontae Smith gets the ball back. This man was trying to be disrespectful and gave the ball up. What in the 91 Falcons is this?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he costs
First and 10 to 38. The Ravens get another chance to cut this lead at least. Because this game is over, but at least they'll have a chance to potentially cut into the deficit. Herbert looking. I think nothing is open. Let's see what he's going to do. Throws it up, and it's incomplete. 3 seconds left in the game. Miami is going to be the AFC champions in season number 2. They'll be awaiting the winner of Falcons-Dolphins today at 3:00. Last play of the game.
Equally good.
Justin Herbert takes a shot to the end zone. It is incomplete, and that is your ball game. The Ravens lose to the Dolphins, and the Dolphins are headed to the Super Bowl. And that is going to be it. And that's going to cut the stream and